Uh, Alright, hey everyone. I thought I'd make a quick video on this because why not? But I'm gonna just go over the balloon order for this year's parade. I just want to say my quick thoughts on it. So yeah, here we go. So first on 77th Street, we only have one opening star, and I mean it's only one. We went from three, then two, and now we just have one. It wasn't inflated until late at till like night where they put it at the end of 77th Street, I guess for the news conference and stuff. But I guess they'll move it towards the beginning of 77th Street. So yeah, it's only one opening star this year. Uh, Minnie Mouse is the lead giant balloon. Uh, I thought it was gonna be Spider-Man as the lead and Minnie was gonna be in the middle, but I got that wrong. Minnie's the lead and Spider-Man's around the middle. I mean, Minnie has lots of stuff to promote, like with all the new merch they're giving her. So I guess it makes sense that she's the lead balloon. But I think that's gonna be a good balloon to start off with tomorrow, as I'll be going to the parade tomorrow, by the way, in the rain. But yeah, that'll be the first one that everybody sees. So yeah, I can't wait. Second giant colored balloon is Stewart. So it might be for the first time since 2019 where the balloon who's second in the marching order retires because I can't see Stewart coming back next year. He's had a great run, and honestly, for him to be, and I think him being second, I was not expecting it, but all right, no, I think that's a good enough placement for him. Behind Stewart is Ron McDonald, who in his fifth version is finally early in the marching order. I mean, he's third. I think it's, and I predicted Ron to be third, so there's that. I think it's good enough placement. So yeah, behind Ronald is a blue star. There will be actually two blue stars this year, no yellow star, but blue stars. It's nice to see both of the blue stars back, even though they aren't with each other. But yeah, we'll get to their blue star later. Um, and then up next is Bluey, who honestly I thought Bluey was gonna be a little bit later on, but she's fourth this year, which I think is still good. I heard that her hand popped, but they were able to fix it. So all right, Bluey's still good to go. So but I think she'll be fine for tomorrow, anyways. After Bluey is SpongeBob, and wow, SpongeBob is early. I wasn't expecting him to be this early, but he's fifth, and he's behind Bluey again. And the spoilers, Don's behind SpongeBob again, but yeah, I was not expecting SpongeBob to be this early. I thought it was gonna be maybe close to the middle, but I think him being fifth isn't that bad. Behind SpongeBob is Dora. I didn't think SpongeBob and Dora were going to be next to each other, but I mean, still we've had some Nickelodeon balloons next to each other in past parades. Plus, I guess SpongeBob and Baby Shark were next to each other the past 2 years, and for the 2022 and 2023 parades, they were both sponsored by Nickelodeon. So we'll have Dora behind SpongeBob this year, which I think is kind of odd, but I'm alright with it. And behind Dora is the Dino family. I like the Dino family behind Dora, but it's Bluey, SpongeBob, and then Dino all over again for the past 3 years. I mean, that's in terms of giants. I know there's like smaller balloons too, but it's Bluey, SpongeBob, and Dino all like they better change that up next year, honestly, for at least something else. I mean, I don't mind, but still, Bluey, SpongeBob, and Dino have been next to each other for the past 3 years, so I think there will be a good change. And it's still nice that Dino's on 77th, so yeah. Then behind Dino is Greg Heffley, and finally, Greg is not the second giant balloon. He'll be on, like, he's still in the first half, but he's like a bit later on, which I think is good enough for me. So yeah, Greg is going to be around there, and I think that is going to be alright. By the way, the cheese balloon core was inflated. I saw it. Normally it's not inflated, but this time it was. Behind Greg is Marshall. Diver and Kid and Paw Patrol next to each other, kind of like in 2020, 2021, and now it's happening again. So yeah, Marshall will be behind Greg. I think it's alright for Marshall. And behind Marshall is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the final balloon on the 77th Street side, and I like that Marshall and Spider next to each other. And I think the middle is a good enough portion. I think it's a good place for Spider-Man in my opinion. So yeah. Um yeah, I can wait tomorrow. So here's the balloons on 81st Street, and I can't believe it. Nora is going to be the first balloon on 81st. It's going to be Nora and the Elf on the Shelf as the 81st Street lead, which I find it hard to believe. Like, I saw even they had the thing for the balloon lineup, and Nora was originally going to be the Fallen Giant character balloon. This was a very very last minute change, like the day before the inflation, to just decide to just move Nora, who was originally going to be the final giant character balloon, all the way up to the middle of the parade, which honestly, I think that's kind of odd considering it's a holiday character. But then still, the Santa Goofy balloon back in 1992 wasn't in the holiday part. But I think what differs between Goofy and Nora is that just the Elf on the Shelf is a holiday centric thing. Goofy is just any season, and kind of like Olaf in 2017 when he was leading the parade. But yeah, maybe this could mean like, but still. Oh wait, Santa had SpongeBob too in 20. Like every period except 2014, 2016, he wasn't in the holiday part. So, I guess Nora and Elf on the Shelf won't be in the holiday part this year, which I think is kind of odd, but it's all right. Behind Nora and the Elf on the Shelf is Luffy, and all right, I kind of like that. It's kind of like a more fantasy portion. It was nice seeing Luffy inflated since I didn't get to see him fully inflated last year, but yeah, Luffy's here. Hopefully, nothing bad happens to him. Behind Luffy is a Gold Bear, and all right, Gold Bear is. I guess it's kind of like a whole fantasy portion with like Nora, Luffy, and Gold Bear. And behind Gold Bear is Poe. So we have two bear characters next to each other, actually, which I wasn't expecting. But yeah, Gold Bear and Poe will be next to each other. So that's two bear characters next to each other in the marching order. Uh, Behind Poe is Goku. I predicted that actually, but I thought Goku was gonna be in front of Poe. I'm just happy that the two dragon like characters are next to each other, Dragon Warrior and Dragon Ball. But yeah, I'm surprised Goku and Luffy are pretty close. They just have the two bears in between them. So yeah. Behind Goku is the Pumpkins, which all right, the Pumpkins are back on 81st Street for the first time since 2016. So yeah, they decided to move all the fall like units a bit back, which all right, that's a nice change. Um, all right, and then up next is Smokey Bear. So now we're going kind of closer to the holiday part stuff now. So yeah, Smokey, after being early in last year's parade, is now all the way back, kind of in a more normal position, I guess, where we would normally expect to see him. So yeah, Smokey. And behind that, and kind of opening up the holiday portion to the parade, is Beagle Scout Snoopy. It kind of reminds me of Scrap in 2015 and 2016. Went from being the lead balloon to the fourth to last giant and opening up the holiday part, which is kind of odd. But yeah, I mean, Snoopy, I think, will be fits around the holiday portion. So yeah, it's kind of odd. But I think Snoopy's position is all right. Behind Snoopy is Gabby, our last new giant balloon. And yeah, I was thinking maybe Gabby would be close to the holiday part, but I think it's a good fit for her to be in the more like holiday Christmas units. I guess she fits around there. Behind her is the second blue star. Let's see, there's two blue stars, but it's kind of like 2021, but because I think this one will just be opening up the whole holiday portion and stuff. So yeah. Up next is Pikachu and Eevee, who is second to last. At least they're not last this year, which I'm happy. So yeah, Pikachu and Eevee aren't last, but it's still they're still in the holiday part. Maybe they won't be in holiday part next year. Who knows? And finally, our last giant character balloon is the Pillsbury Doughboy. Finally, for the first time since 2009, they have Doughboy as the final giant balloon, which honestly I think that was long overdue, and he's not second to last too. Honestly, I think he was just long overdue being last giant. They answered what we were trying to say last year. We wanted Doughboy as the last giant, but now this year he's the last giant. Poinsettias are behind Doughboy, and I'm happy that the poinsettias are back. Honestly, I mean they're still in decent shape, so they'll be able to be here. Then Big Man Santa, and it was great seeing him back. He'll kind of bring in the real Santa, I guess. Then Snow Crystal Ornaments, which, alright, they're still back. And they'll be in front of Santa, I'm guessing. And finally, our Believe Star. So yeah, I think this is going to be a great parade. I'm very excited. Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow where we'll just see all these balloons taking flight. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Um, I'm going. It's my 11th time already. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm very excited. I'm probably gonna go into bed in a few minutes because I need some sleep. All right, I'm very excited, and hopefully everything goes well tomorrow.